Hi, this is Carlton Cullins, and welcome to the Blue Sky Strong Box. Hey, this is Carlton Cullins with the Blue Sky Strong Box here in Austin, Texas, and this week I want to go back over something I went over a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, but it needs to be repeated. It always needs to be repeated. I often hear about, come in contact with, whether it be in person, emails, or whatever. We're all, including myself, we're all trying to make changes. We're all trying to improve our lives, either to be healthier, to look better, to feel better, all these different things. There's lots of things. Everybody's trying to lose body fat. People are trying to gain muscle. People just want to look better and feel better and be happier. I get all that. But a lot of people are under the impression that they're not that way because of one thing that they're not doing. And it's never just one thing. It's always a bunch of things. And everything, all these things have to be in a perfect balance for you. I can't tell you what that balance is. You have to find it out for yourself. Life isn't fair. You've got to do these things. And this takes time. It takes discipline. It takes patience. It takes perseverance. And it takes working and doing it every day. If you're not doing that, then don't expect results. You're not going to get them that way. You have to work for these things. And I can't put it any other way, A lot of people think that it's just a diet and exercise is the secret magic ingredients. If you get those perfect figured out, that you're going to be skinny, or you're going to gain muscle, and you're going to look great and all that. But there's so much more than that. Most of the time when I talk to people, the first two things I ask them is, are you getting enough rest every day as best as you can? And are you drinking enough water so that when you pee clear most of the time? Because if those two things aren't on, then everything else is probably going to be off, because those things are the overriding things of health much before we get into the things about fitness and cosmetics and things like that. Diet and exercise are obviously very important things you need to work on every day, every hour, if you can. Think constantly being aware of these things, but there's so many factors and they all need to be in balance. But a lot of people, they're either working on food or they're working on exercise, and a lot of times people aren't working on all these things at the same time. People start exercising too much because they used to exercise too little, and they get out of balance with that. Or they're eating really good and they're going to eat really bad later, and it's constantly up and down, peaks and valleys. There's never a middle base level. You need to be in the middle on pretty much most of these things. At least be average or decent with your sleep, with your hydration, with your exercise, and with your food. Those things, everything has to be in some kind of a balance. And besides all that, you've got things like stress management. Are you pissed off all the time? Are you so unhappy that on the weekends you drink yourself into oblivion every weekend? Because a lot of people do. A lot of people do a lot of other things because they're not happy. You need to find a way to deal with that. If you've got problems, try to seek help. Seek help and find these things out. But I know it sounds crazy, but I talk to a lot of people, and there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of problems that nobody really knows about, nobody wants to talk about, but these are things that are out of balance in your life, and you've got to try to find a way to get them all in balance. Once you can get them all in balance and find that balance for yourself, I promise you things are typically going to be better. So it's a little bit. Every day when you wake up, you want to eat good food. You want to think good thoughts. You want to move as much as possible. You want to try to get as good a sleep as you can every night. You want to drink a lot of water so that you're hydrated. These are the basics. Work on these this week. Work on these all the time. But these are my tips this week. I always mean to be positive, so take these in a positive way. I don't mean to be negative on anybody. I wish everybody the best, and I'll see you next week. Bye.